If we were in Harry Potter, what house would it be in? Do you know what that means, Zach?
Gryffindor, for sure.
You think that's where you'd
Give
be?
me the cool one. Give me the cool one.
Nah, I'd probably be a Slytherin. They'd be like, this dude's got shit in his head.
Yeah, you would be in Slytherin, bro.
He hates
No
everything.
way.
I'd be a bully,
He'd be
dude.
in-
But dude,
he'd
from
be
the
in the
shit
good
like
one. He'd be in the
military
good one.
shit,
He'd
the
be in
shit
the
he's
good one.
seen.
He'd be in the
No,
good one.
Okay, good point.
I'd probably be in Gryffindor.
You'd be in a good one. Yeah, you'd be in
I'll be in the
Gryffindor.
bad one.
You'd be in Hufflepuff.
He would be in Hufflepuff.
You'd be Hufflepuff, for sure.
I feel like those are fraternities.
Nick would be in Slytherin.
They're always doing drugs.
You'd be in
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
You think I'd be in Slytherin?
Yeah.
For sure.
You two would battle it
You
out.
think so?
You two would battle it out as top wizards for the class.
Ah, okay.
No.
I'd be fucking the new Draco.
I'd be his little sidekick trying to help him out as you like dominated the school.
In Slytherin is because of
Watching.
he would.
You guys have all your
Unfold.
clients as your little fucking helper.
If I was in Slytherin, I think it'd be because of Venom. Yeah.
Stacked Harry Potter.
But the Venom side only comes out on Trent. Woo!
We're back.
So what were we talking
Yeah,
about?
we are.
What were we talking about?
We're just shit talking.
Yeah, that's
Jordan
So
Love's injured.
get your hands off the fucking cardio machine while
Yep.
you're doing cardio.
yeah.
Right?
It does, even though the cardio machine says you're burning X amount of calories. If your body's moving less and you're holding up half your body weight with the
Yeah.
handles,
So
you're
many
not
people
burning
probably
that
just
amount of calories.
Hold on that shit and let their feet just
Completely
walk.
negating
Like,
the point
there's
of the incline.
There's no
Literally,
effort there.
I literally fucking like when people lean over or they're like pushing down on the handles on the stair stepper.
I do.
I always call it like you're prancing like a little fucking fairy on the stair stepper. I always say that shit, and then before I knew Bill, I think I told you this story. Before I knew Bill, when I was in college, I posted something like that, and I was like, stop doing this. You're making it easier on yourself. And he completely disagreed with me.
Oh my
And him
God.
and I got in a huge
Bill.
argument. And then I think we ended up blocking each other way back then.
Billiam, come on. You can't be doing
Billiam.
that.
I think it was Bill because that's when his profile picture was like him at Animal House or something.
Yeah. He
could
I think
also-
it was him.
He could also
Homeboy
get
was
shredded
sauce
as fuck.
back then.
Dude, so I went to high school in,
I was jealous.
in the Brookfield system with Bill, and in high school he was like a good football player. We knew of each other, all that stuff. And then after high school, I remember he added me on Facebook like a year after high school, and I was like, I'll add him. We're not rivals anymore. And he had his fucking profile picture, and it was the one where he had just like he was just veined out ready
Yeah.
for nationals or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's so funny.
I
We
did
all have
not-
like Bill experiences.
Yeah, and I did not believe steroids were real at the time. You know, like I was so naive to the fact that people got on them. So
I
I was
worked
just
with
like,
him at
genetics are
Xperience.
stupid. Like
Yeah.
he did
He
that in
was,
a year. Like I was so mad.
He was a trainer at Greenfield.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's why I
We
met
were
him.
talking last night about like how everybody kind of went through Xperience Fitness at some point.
Yeah.
You were the only one that really never.
I
one in
I
Denver?
Sucked in.
experienced it a couple times, like back in college, and when I would travel to see my friends in the summer during college.
Yeah.
They would go from Shawano to Green Bay just to train the Experience.
Yeah.
And I was like, is
That's
it
a
that-
good one.
Is it
That
really
was a
that
good
good?
one.
The
Like,
Green
what's
Bay
this
one was
gym
nice.
about? Yeah.
They've had some crazy shit.
Didn't they shut down?
Yeah,
All
it's
of
been
them.
shut
All
down.
Yeah,
of them.
all of them. That's
Turning
right.
the
That's
crunch.
right.
Planet got bought.
Crunch, yeah.
But like that's the
Crunch
only
is-
experience I had with it because like that was the first time I ever they had the hoist machines, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, what? These things move with you?
Yeah.
And like, that's when I thought it was like
Their
hardcore
only good one is
bodybuilding
the
gyms.
fly.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, they were the hardcore. So
Right.
they opened the first Xperience Fitness in Appleton. They opened the second one in Brookfield. And there was that huge one right off 124th. You know which one I'm talking about. You went to that one too, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
That was the bodybuilding gym. I remember in high
Did it
school.
have graffiti on the wall, kind
Yep.
of? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was huge. You walked in, it was that huge cardio
Yep,
floor,
yep.
and then as you went back, and it went around the corner.
I do
Yep.
remember that. Wow.
That was the. I remember I walked in and I was like, "What the fuck
Damn.
is this?" Because we were in high school and we were going to the YMCA. That was the only other gym was the YMCA or Animal House. But Animal House was still in a sketchy area at that time.
It was
So
West
so we would go to this Xperience Fitness in Brookfield, and we'd be like, "Oh my!" And there was bodybuilders in there, so there's these jacked ass black dudes all over the place. Fucking
shredded.
dude,
Shredded,
everybody
yeah.
was peeled there all the time. And it was so busy, and there's always dimes, so you always wore your best gym outfit because you're like, we're going to
The
Experience.
first time I ever went to that one, I went to go pose for my first show.
Really?
The night before.
Oh, so you were peeled.
And I was orange.
Oh my god!
I just walked in there in PJs and like I was like a cut off.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's up, guys?"
That's funny.
But no, like there was
That was a
lot.
fun
There
one.
was a lot of like fitness people there. It's not
Yeah.
like just normal people.
No, that
I
was
like,
that was the
yo.
original. Like in all the influencers lifted at the
Yeah.
Brookfield Experience.
That's when before influencing like was a thing.
Yeah, it was just becoming popular because I remember when I got out of high school, all like all these girls from my high school started posting like these fitness videos. And I would always be like, you guys were never in shape in high school. How do you get to just be like a fitness influencer now? And that was right when it was taking off, and they all fell off right before it got huge.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, they were ahead of their time because they never gained a huge following. It never really worked out. And then they all got pregnant or faded away. And then all of a sudden now it's like the biggest thing ever is everybody's a fitness influencer.
I remember when you and I went and toured that one facility.
Yeah.
That was Xperience, right?
Hales Corners.
Hales
that
Corners
was
Xperience.
great. That was huge.
I sometimes like I reminisce about all of us talking about opening up a gym.
Yeah.
You know, like it's good. I feel like it should definitely happen someday.
It's hard though,
but like,
social is so crazy.
We should put money into something else.
Right. We might as well dispensary. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's what we're gonna have to do because I wouldn't even want to go against them. Like
no, not at all.
I wouldn't. I don't care to. I would.
You can't beat them. Join them.
I would clock out and be like, all right, I'm gonna go get my workout in. Go to social.
Bro. Yeah.
Right. Go to a different gym.
I know.
But I feel like if we didn't have the facility that we have now, we definitely would be like pursuing it more.
Oh, for sure.
Because like right now,
we were pretty locked in on it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we all switched over. And
like we got to the point we were looking at fucking buildings.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, so
huge building and all.
I was constantly scrolling Facebook Marketplace for buildings.
Yep.
Like, I was saving money preparing to like not have a job for a while.
Yeah, my savings account literally said for gym.
That's awesome.
Funny.
We're going all in, baby.
But it was with the number 4.
It's just for
Gym.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, when we went and looked at Hales and then I saw the price, I was like,
yeah, bro.
How much again?
it was like $68,000 a month.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Because like, dude, it was massive, bro. The
That
square
was
footage of
very
that bitch
big.
was
It was
nuts.
very big. They had a pool too.
73,000 square
Something
feet or
like
something
that.
like
Yeah.
They had a pool. They had
Yeah,
everything.
you had the kids store, or the old kids play area.
Yep.
Which we talked about. We could have turned into like a supplement, like get a deal with like Supplement Warehouse or something.
Yeah. Or a
it was
cafe or
perfect
some
set
shit.
up for like. It already had the counter front.
Yeah.
And then it had the long back, and then a little seating area in the front. So it would have been fun, but
Oh, I remember I worked in the fucking kids area for like
dude,
2 weeks.
That was
like,
one of the moments.
this.
That was one of the moments that I realized I do not want fucking children. I had signed up this whole family the night before on all Orange memberships, like huge sale. I was like, fucking, I still got it because I was the GM. And the next day they showed up with their kids, and my fucking kids club chick called in. And so she showed up, and I had just signed the whole family, convinced them not to go to the YMCA, said how great we are. And then she shows up, and she's got her baby crying, and she's like, well, I signed up for kids club. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I need to get my workout in. This is day one. And I was like, fuck it. I was like, give me the baby.
Damn.
And so I went in there with the baby and these 2 kids that were just losing snot like a motherfucker. And I was like, so they're sick. And so we get in there. I put on a movie. They pay attention. Like they go silent. I'm like,
here's an iPad for you. iPad for you.
Literally, I put on like Rugrat or no. I put on what's the car movie? Cars.
Love it.
And
Love it.
There you go.
Sit them down, and then they go silent, and I'm like, fuck yes, like just chill. That lasted 4 minutes. Like we got through the opening credits, and the one shoved the other one over because they were arguing about something, and then they just started going at it, and the baby started crying. And I set the baby down, and it just crawled away. I was like, all right,
bro. When I was up north for my cousin's wedding, holy shit. So his son is my godson, the coolest fucking kid. I've never heard him cry. Okay, we're all at my cousin's before the wedding, getting ready, having drinks and shit. And his kid's in his playpen, fucking just watching us wide-eyed the entire time. He'd just reach out for me. I'd pick him up. Never cried at the wedding. And then the next day, since my cousin and his wife left for Mexico the next day, the night of the wedding, we had his son at our house. But the next day, he's outside, walking around the fucking yard, picking up rocks, putting them in his fucking mouth. And I'm like, fuck, this fucking kid. Yeah. But I'm like, so cool. Never cries, never makes a peep. Yeah. But I'm like, dude, my luck, my kid's going to be just like that, or he's going to eat like dog shit or some shit. Yeah. I'm going to have to worry about that.
So my mom said, I never cried. Never. She's like, you just smiled all day and you slept all night. She's like, so easy.
Yeah.
Then my sisters were born.
Oh.
And they were the most colicky, screamy babies ever. I remember one time I was like, I'm going to leave my sister at Target because she was crying so much. And I was like, fuck it. Get rid of her. We don't need her. We were better off before she was.
When you're young, dude, you're ruthless like that.
I was like, why do we have her?
Yeah.
We had a good thing going. I was smiling all the time.
Oh my
all
gosh.
the time.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I want children though. Not
No.
right now. Like I told you guys in the group chat.
Hell
Like
no.
me and Rally are definitely too selfish. Like in a good way right now. Especially for her, bro. It's hard as fuck for her already. Being in Masters of Nursing.
Yeah.
And trying to work at the hospital at the
you
same
would
time.
never have time.
And I'm like, dude, we can't. We're not even.
You would be
dog
holding
right
each
now.
other back.
Exactly.
One, you would have to be
exactly.
held back, you know, and that's the hard part that I hate about it when people have children young too, though, is they're like, well, we sacrificed like something for something, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not sacrificing shit.
Yeah.
No.
Like when the time
my
is
career, my free time's great.
So nice.
I already give it to two dogs.
like the podcast we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You probably have
Nope.
to have a kid on your lap right now.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Starts crying.
But I will say this though, to the parents out there, because I coach a bunch of
Props.
dude, I give them
Mad
so many
props.
props. I coach
Mad props.
these guys that are working. You know,
Shout out to moms.
They're the breadwinner. Oh, dude, shout out to moms for sure.
Shout out to moms.
Like
dude.
Mike Austin, dude, he is a fucking grinder. Works blue collar hours. He's a welder, makes good money, and like, dude, supporting his family. But I'm like, dude, he still bodybuilds.
Yeah.
Makes it to the
That's
fucking gym,
crazy.
bro. He gets his steps in by bringing his daughter to the mall, and he just walks around the mall with her.
That's crazy.
Fuck it, and I'm like, dude, props to you. Same with like Sadiq. Sadiq has a newborn, and he's got another
crazy.
son.
Chris Bumstead.
Chris Bumstead,
Holy
dude.
shit, you forget he's got a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But it's like I give props to them, but it's one of those things where you always hear you're never going to be ready for a child. Like there's never the ready moment, just like anything in life.
That's what my parents always say. I
Yeah.
hate that conversation.
Yeah, but like, dude, my dad
You'll
never
you
be
said it,
ready.
I was like,
My
my mom, every time she goes, well, you'll never be ready.
Yeah.
So you just make it work. And I'm like,
I feel like you're never going to be ready, but there'll be a point in life where it's like,
I feel like
okay,
you
this
will
is better
know.
now than it was maybe 5
That's what I'm
years
saying.
ago. Yeah,
I feel like we'll know like things will calm down.
I feel like
we haven't had a major problem in a while. Like,
Don't you feel like the main thing is like being financially established? Though?
100%.
Like
has to be.
Like we have to like we
Has
talk
to be.
about that all the time, but like I was watching a video the other night talking about like just like actually diving into, because there's like a huge argument like going on in the news right now of like the older generation being like, oh, we had it just as bad as you guys with interest rates, because like in like the
No,
1940s or
hell no.
50s there was like a 14% interest.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it was a 14% interest on like a $46,000 home when the average salary was like around 25 to 28% of the actual cost of a home. Now it's 8 to 12 times the actual cost of the average salary, because the average salary back then was like $12,000 and you could get a home for like 43, 48 grand. Now the average salary in America is 56,000, which they estimate is actually lower than that.
with how
With,
prices are.
with the housing average as a whole as a country right now is around $436,000.
fuck, dude.
yeah, you would have.
So it's like your argument is completely invalid, and
Yeah.
it's like you put us in these situations, like your generation, not ours. Do not say it is our generation. Your generation, the one that is operating all of the government right now, which is making how like everything play out the way it is. And you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
blame
facts.
our generation
you
for the housing costs
No.
and the
Kids
fact
don't
that you
work
greedy
these days.
jackasses.
I agree with you. I think you can't blame like for the housing argument, 100%.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of blame I can put on our generation for other shit, like laziness, not having fucking discipline in anything in life.
But you could also say, but
It's a
that's
double-edged sword.
But that
It's
is,
definitely a
I was gonna
double-edged
say,
sword.
because don't you think? But like you have to think, you were raised in a very like
Good point,
well-educated, proper household, correct?
good point. Very correct.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like your upbringing and your disciplinary actions that
Yeah,
you take
yeah.
every single day, just like the rest of us, come from like the root of our origin, right?
Yeah.
Like if like everyone knows the environment you're raised in is going to set an alignment your
Set you a
future.
path
the
for
nurture
yes,
side of
yes,
things.
Yes,
Yep.
so
Nature,
it's
nurture.
like when people are like, "Oh, well, your generation's a bunch of lazy fucks." I'm like, "Who the fuck do you think we're learning from?"
No, I will say this.
Like,
When- I
your
agree.
It's not like we just woke up and we're like, "I'm going to do nothing all day long."
I agree, but I think it
Like,
is within our
who
generation.
allowed us that?
Within our generation, I agree. Like who we are around when we're growing up, who we're looking up to, what we're being influenced by, this and that. If we grow up with fucking iPads, if we grew up going outside and climbing trees, you know, how you were parented, how you were disciplined. But I still think even the people that didn't have like the upbringing that we're talking about, I still think as a fucking human and as you become an adult, it's still your responsibility to understand and take responsibility and
world
accountability of like man, I can't be a victim and blame my parents, even though
for
they're
sure.
David Goggins is a perfect example of that.
Yes, I agree.
He is a perfect example of that. He was fat as fuck and didn't know what to do with his life and was poor and said, you know what, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to lose this weight and I'm going to join the military to become a badass.
I get that aspect.
Internet's ruined it.
But you got to think like the big thing is again though, like if you come from absolutely nothing, now get me wrong, I'm not creating excuses for anything like that, but like we are also super, super like fortunate to have like the upbringing that we have
Very
to set
true.
us up
Yeah.
for the Alliance. I would agree, and you could sit there all day long and be like, yeah, dude, like anybody can do it, because it's true, anybody can do it, but you have to think from your perspective in the regards of like, what if you were put into a situation where your mom and dad were like legitimately crackheads?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Crazy.
You don't know the drugs that were in your system while your mother was pregnant. You don't know like the environment you were going to grow up around. Like, dude, that would make such a huge.
Everybody needs therapy.
I agree.
Everyone does.
But I'll say this though. But
some people more than others.
Within the human nature, like with how you were brought up, has a huge influence on your decision making and potentially where you could end up going in life. But like, I still think, as an adult, if you grew, it's super hard for you to take accountability and responsibility if you were never around humans that did that to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That took their responsibility, that took accountability. But I still think that doesn't negate the fact, like, yo, you're fucking in control of your life.
Yeah.
And I think what Devo said, social media and the internet makes it harder, because 10 years ago, everybody would reflect upon their life and like, man, how am I viewed by my family, my friends? Like when I'm with them in person, I'm going to change my life for the better. Now people think what the life that matters is their online life. So they don't change their in-person life and their life outside of social media, because they're so focused on external validation because they think that is what matters. They think, okay, I'm struggling with this, and this. I'm in a shit ton of debt. I don't have a fucking job. I can't pay my bills. I can't take care of my kids. Okay, perfect. But it's whatever. Everything gets masked by how much value they put in to social media and their online presence. So I think that's so fucking destructive to society.
And I were talking about it the other day.
Clip that shit.
We're like this one person, we found out there's a terrible thing happening in the relationship. But I was like, how would you know? Like, how would you ever guess that? Her social media every day is her at the gym.
It's just
her like
looking
6
like
miles
a perfect
down,
life.
you know, like that stuff, and then like always smiley with the kids, having a great time.
It's crazy.
And then you find out that like there's all this nasty stuff going on behind the scenes.
The
like,
dedication that someone should put in like their fucking social media needs to be put into their actual life.
100%.
Not their fake life.
Totally agree.
That's the wrong thing.
Like, why the fuck you out here hiring videographers, photographers for all this shit when you can't?
Yeah,
when you don't even have your ducks in a row with your own life.
Right.
You're
What's
unhealthy
the
as
point?
fuck.
What's
you
the
know?
point? Like, just to look a certain way for other people.
I
Like,
think
that shit's wild.
It's a friendly reminder too that you never really know what's going on.
Very true.
That's something I always tell people is like anytime, because I struggle with it myself. Like, dude, like I'll wake up and I'll see like 4 influencers in a row just have videos just popping off at like fucking 8 a.m. the moment I wake up, and I'm like, damn, dude, you could have gotten up last night and done blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I'll have to remind myself, I'm like, dude, you're in a good financial situation. What the fuck are you tweaking for? Like, you're totally fine, but you wake up and you immediately just start this like comparison game with like other people and what they're doing. And in all reality, I'm like,
but
dude,
they have their own
I don't
battles
know.
too. Like,
but that's
they
what
might
I'm saying.
be,
Like
doing all that.
They
but
might be doing
they have
10
other
times
shit that
worse
they're
than
dealing with.
I think that's dude, I love that you brought that up, because Riley and I had a conversation about this at the gym the other day. She had a super fucking long day at work. And we get to the gym, and it's her, me, and some other girl. We're talking, trying out machines and stuff, the new ones that he got. You know, and Riley has she's glute dominant, hamstring dominant, really fucking struggles with quads, just like feeling it with knee flexion, ankle flexion, you know. So her and I were talking, she was like just telling me how frustrated she is with some of these exercises. Like, why can XYZ people do this and they're super good at it, you know, and I really struggle with it. I'm like, first, like the comparison side of things when it comes to the gym. And I'm like, girl, think about this. You may be struggling with that, but you know how many fucking girls want your ass? You know what I'm saying? You know how many girls struggle building an ass? And then she's like, that's a damn good point.
It's all about perspective.
You know, and our eyes lighted up. I'm like,
dude,
this person struggles with building biceps. This person struggles with XYZ, not having a back. But like the comparison is the thief of joy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're always comparing, you don't realize how good you have it in other areas of your life.
And most of the time, if you're comparing yourself, you're talking shit about yourself.
That's a good point.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What does this person have that I don't? I'm gonna get depressed as fuck about it.
Dude,
to be honest, that is something that I have personally like really been putting an effort into over like the past like 30 to 45 days. Mm-hmm. That's been a huge thing for me, dude. Is like just snapping out of it as quick as I can.
Yeah.
Like if you like, some days I'll wake up and I'll be like, God damn, dude, that's the first influence you got to wake up.
Yeah.
Like just wake
Someone
up,
did
open.
cardio at 4:30 and you're like,
bro, immediately you're in your head and you're like, a nice fat ass.
Yeah.
But it's tummy. Like that's something I've really been working on over like the past month, is just like, and I implore people to like just like
do the same.
It's gonna happen with social media, especially like if you're on it pretty consistently. Like I feel like just with like what we do, we're trying to grow an Instagram page, we're all trying to grow our online businesses. Like, I do
understand it, but like if you're being to the point where like you want to build up your social and you want to like do that, I can see that that's gonna be hard to compare yourself. But like, bro, you just gotta like get over that.
You kind of gotta just focus on your own
yeah.
content. Don't focus on anybody else's.
Yeah.
Well, not even
maybe for ideas, but like other than that.
Well, some guy asked me on one of my Q&As the other day. He said, "What's the best advice to how you grow your following?" Blah blah blah. This and that. And I kind of went in. I was like, dude, I was just myself. Because I spent too many fucking months, too many years trying to like copy this influencer, copy this, try to get this to go viral, blah, 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 this and that. And then I like finished it off. I'm like, why the fuck do you care about your following? You know what I'm saying? Like the following is not your life.
Right.
Okay, cool. But dude, more followers doesn't mean more money. More followers doesn't mean more friends.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
no.
And then I literally was like, dude, I'm not focused on my fucking following. I guarantee I would have way more followers if I did XYZ, just like all these other fitness influencers are doing. But like that, like, I wouldn't have a podcast right now because I'd be a different human being.
Right.
I wouldn't have you guys as my fucking best friends because I'd be a different human being.
Yeah.
Same thing with every one of us. If we compare, and we try to attach ourselves, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that because that's successful for them.
Yeah.
Dude, and then you're like, dude, why am I doing this in the first place? My life's is in disarray, but it's okay because my life that is aligned is
fake account
is the fake shit
media.
online. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just dude, I mean, it's a ever revolving door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're stuck in the loop, and you can't get out of that loop because you just keep getting tighter in there.
It was kind of your generation that I think really kickstarted that, because from high school to college, I think I posted twice a year.
Yeah.
It was not like common for people. Really
I
to,
didn't
like,
post till I actually needed to make money.
Yeah, and then when I started seeing,
I had like 6 Instagram posts,
it's like,
and it was all normal shit. And then all of a sudden I was like, all right, well I could get into some online coaching. And then I was like, fuck, I got to do that.
It's your generation that started realizing you could make money.
Yeah,
my generation didn't really know that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then your generation, like 3 years younger,
eye-opening, dude.
You guys came up with already social media really established. We had MySpace. That shit sucked.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had
Trash.
Facebook. Like, we didn't have a really good social media platform. You were the first generation because Snapchat had just come out.
Yeah.
And Instagram. And so then people started to realize, oh, shit, you can make money on here and not actually have to work for anybody or do anything.
Well, it was crazy because they started noticing how much time people were spending on these apps, and then all of a sudden companies were just like,
holy
well, fuck.
shit.
Well, because it's like, think about, I mean, it's such a simple game. Think about how much it costed 10 years to get like your logo and your brand on like a billboard on the highway. Thousands of dollars for like that month. Thousands, if not millions of dollars to get on a commercial. Hundreds of dollars to pay for ads. And now you can just go to a platform and make Instagram reels and talk and make a photo and post about it with zero cost.
Bro, how much?
And make way more money and get way more viewing time.
And at the same time, the fucking credibility behind it, you can have person A who's actually very credible, that knows their shit, doesn't just have knowledge, because knowledge is not even powerful unless you know how to apply knowledge. You can have person A that's like that and uses it for the good things, but then you got person B who's got 10 times the amount of followers, doesn't know jack shit about what they're fucking preaching, and then people are going to automatically gravitate to them because they think follower count matters more, because they're like, oh my gosh, this person must know what they're talking about if they have 100,000 followers, and they don't even regard person A, because even though person A will get them healthier. Let's not even say anything with the fitness.
Just can apply
has
better.
A better product,
Yeah.
knows their shit, knows that you're going to be a returning customer because they treat you well, and then this person B over here is just a shallow whatever business they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
How smart of businesses to jump on that social media game Think about how much companies and corporations used to spend on marketing.
Exactly.
Millions.
Billions.
You had teams. You had full-time staff
and now
members.
you can just go,
you had full
hey,
teams.
You like my company. You want to make 5% of every sale and promote us? We won't pay you a fucking dollar besides that. And they get 1 million people.
Just wear our shit. Yeah.
You're an ambassador.
Promote our
so
shit.
you are on the team. Don't forget that. You are on the team.
Yep.
We're not going to pay you.
You're literally a peasant.
We'll give you a discount
but
for 10%
and if you don't make
here are your guidelines.
If you don't hit a minimum of $250 a month, then we are going to drop you.
Yep, exactly.
So then you at least scrape and claw to get them.
Yeah.
And if they can get 1,000 people at $250 a month, that's $250,000 they just made in sales. And if they can do that 12 months out of the year, you are now up $1 million something.
Yep, exactly.
Think about
crazy.
that.
Which is why affiliate.
A couple million.
I'm not the biggest fan of affiliates and ambassadorships like that treat people like shit.
Right.
There has to be a way to get in the door. I guess that is unfortunately one of them, but they need to change up.
No, it's just, I'm just saying.
I feel like it is
I'm
just
just saying
a peasant
corporations,
game. No, I hate to be a dick, but I feel like it's a peasant game.
Sure.
They're just throwing.
I'm just a number.
No.
They're throwing crumbs at
I'll
people
tell you
that
what.
have
That's
no
why-
social media.
I'll tell you
presence,
what.
And they're like, what?
Exactly. There's I literally have fucking evidence of this. When companies have, and I'm not going to say the companies, but whatever companies, there's a bunch out there, not even in the supplement realm, okay? When they have tens of thousands of affiliates, whatever type of team that's not the athlete team, it waters down the entire company because now that person has their own 25% off code and then a 10, 15% off code for all their followers.
Less special.
The company has less profit margin now.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is like, fuck, we're kind of losing money for all these people that we're trying to attract to be a part of our team, even though they're just, the bottom of the barrel. They're not our star athletes. They will do it with not even blinking. They will take a formula that is super fucking good, and they will replace different things in that with XYZ product root with XYZ extract, which is not fucking effective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they need better profit margins now because they're realizing like, damn, we've kind of watered down our own market and we can't even afford to have these amazing fucking labels, and it happens all the time.
Right.
And it's like, that's why I don't think it's a good thing. No. And that's why Hostile never has we have like I think the hardcore unit, but I don't even think we're accepting people right now. But like, that's why
there's limited.
It's limited, and exactly.
When I did that Raw one, they let 30 people in, and you had to send a video of you talking and
right
they talked about the military and stuff like that, and they let me come on the team. There's 30 of us. We were in a group chat with Dom.
That's dope.
It was crazy.
That's how it should be.
And then
overnight.
Then 4 weeks later,
yep.
They were like, well, fuck, we could just get. They probably had millions of applications. And so they were probably like, well, we could just bring everybody on. Everybody sells one product a week. So like I just went on that rant about. And then the next day there was like 1,700 people in the chat. I was like, I'm done. I literally told him, I was like, fuck that. I saw 5 people I won't name in the area that I was like, oh, they just let
this
everybody.
person.
It was cool for
I would
1
send
month.
it to him every time. I'd be like, yo, you two are homies now. He'd be like, fuck.
I emailed them and I was like, yeah, take me off.
Yeah.
Take me off.
I don't want it anymore.
I will say the one company that does it really well is Axe and Sledge.
Axe and Sledge.
Because they have, and I've talked, and like I'm friends with Dean Perone, Seth Ferocian. They're like, dude, Seth Ferocian's in the fucking Facebook chat, fucking chatting up with people. Dean Perone has his own Facebook group of like the certain whatever crew it is, their ambassadorship stuff.
Yeah.
Like they actually care about those people. And I listened to one of their podcasts or one of Seth's podcasts like a month ago, and they had one of the fucking affiliates on there that won some giveaway, and he was on the podcast, giving them a platform.
Yeah.
And he wasn't some guy, fucking jack dude in the industry. He was just a blue collar worker. Didn't even look like he trained, but he still fucking loves the culture of that shit.
The dude that
they do it right.
The dude that won the Raw giveaway, where he got to go be on the Raw podcast and meet C-Bum and all that.
Yeah,
some chunky guy.
Really?
It was some fat guy.
I was
like,
was.
oh my god,
bro! There should be
they gave him a free Dodge Ram.
Oh my god,
like a pimped out Dodge Ram.
I'm getting rid of my truck now. Fuck this.
And filled it with they filled the truck with supplements, and then he showed up and he was like this fat guy. He's like, oh, this is a dream.
He's probably just gonna resell all that shit, dude.
I was like,
they're just gripping his hand.
Dude, whispers in his ear.
Bro, that's what it should be like for ambassadorships for supplement companies. I think I to be this is gonna sound really like profile-ish, but I think every year to be a cop, to be in the medical industry, you should fucking pass a physical. You should have good blood work. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't get the insurance benefits. I don't take a cop seriously when you're fucking 300 pounds. You can't chase me down. Motherfucker, what? But anyway, getting back on topic, you should submit progress photos to be a face of a company.
Yeah. You should have to show that you did something to earn that.
Dude,
yeah. They go, no.
Just 45%.
You're fat. And then give these people feedback. Dude, I don't give a fuck if you hurt somebody's feelings. Give them feedback of why they're not accepted.
I would hate to be the person receiving those pictures.
If you're fat and you don't represent health and fitness, motherfucker, you should know that, okay? I don't give a shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Dude.
What the fuck?
That's welcome back to the DT podcast.
Bro, we're on fire today.
Around the table, we got Zach Blachik, Nick Justice, Lance Hefter, myself, Zach Devo, and behind the camera, we got Luke. We're 30 minutes in, so if you've made it to this point, congratulations.
Yeah,
it's been
you've done well.
It's been rant city.
Congratulations,
for the last,
you've passed the next
level. Code D2 with Bashmouth, Code D2 with the Flavor Gang. Let's go.
Chewing on it right now. Bashmouth feels really good to Sam.
Ooh,
someone said we'll just knock out. We only got like one question, so we'll just fucking knock it out.
You guys suck.
Quick. Well, I put it on one out. I put it on to be fair. At
you guys don't.
Quick Trip Pizza or Costco Pizza, which is better?
Costco.
I've never had
Costco. What the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, Quick Trip.
How dare that
stick
slander.
to the sandwiches.
I just had some last night. It's great. Costco.
Oh,
Costco.
It's bangs, dude. It bangs.
I think you told
I heard
me,
Aldi's has got a great one too.
You told me about the Costco
chicken
sirloin steak that comes already sliced up.
Oh, that shit?
I got that last night. Bro, per serving, it's only like 5 grams of fat for like 112
It's unreal,
grams.
dude.
I had that shit last night on
2 ingredients.
Yeah.
2 ingredients, dude. It's pre-cut for you,
Perfect.
pre-marinated, pre-seasoned.
Perfect shit.
And it's
You
the
love
same
that shit.
But it's this because
So
it's
nice.
the same price if you go to the actual butcher area and purchase sirloin because it's $11.99 a pound. And I'm like, dude, it's $12.43 for the regular shit. I'm like, we're talking a 43-cent difference. What the hell? It was the 420 page. With
What does it say?
That sounds pretty cool.
Listen, everyone needs to stand up. Someone's sitting on my dab
That's
pen.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw that.
No, because I have a topic for today actually that I.
But speaking of Costco, until that,
I'm gonna get a membership, $80, right?
I got
you
the
do
gold.
the gold.
You got the gold?
The gold's $120,
For the
and
year.
you should sign up for the credit card if you're going to go there because you get 5% cash back on every purchase.
That's right. I did.
And then they just they refund you at the end of every year, so you can either say you want blah blah blah, or they'll just like put $400. Like last year, I got like $385 back in my.
Dude,
account.
I spent fucking $450 there
easy.
yesterday.
It's easy to rack it up, but dude, you load up, and it's the best shit. It's the best stuff.
Yeah,
it's the best.
I wish they had one close.
It's worth the drive.
I do.
Dude, the closest one to me is like 35 minutes.
I go to New Berlin. It's like
Damn.
25 minutes.
That's where I go.
30
Yeah,
minutes
it's
for
the
me,
best
yeah.
one.
What?
Best one.
All right.
I have to figure it out.
Yeah, I would have made $22 back yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's worth the card.
Yeah,
It's worth the card.
I spent
purchase.
$450. 5% of that is $22.50.
And if you get their tires there, you get the 5% off on the tires, and then you get free oil change and free tire rotation.
Speaking of tires, tomorrow
Do they
today's
sell-
Saturday?
Yeah.
Monday, the lift and tires go on the truck,
Oh,
and the new air intake.
It's gonna be huge.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Dude, that thing's gonna be huge.
Dude, then today I ordered fucking mud flaps though, because I was like, dude, these tires are gonna be way out to the side. I'm gonna get fucking rock
Don't
chips.
they sell MacBooks and shit there too?
I'm
At
going.
Costco?
That's
Yeah.
where I'm gonna go
That's
get my new
sick.
MacBook Pro actually.
That's
And the nice
where-
thing about their electronics section, if you purchase it there, you don't have to purchase a warranty. You automatically granted like a 5-year thing, 2 or 5 years. I
That's
can't remember.
dope.
But you don't have to pay like that $100 fee that Best Buy will charge.
I got
you,
the newest MacBook.
which is bullshit.
Dude, it was the perfect fucking timing. It was during Prime Day or whatever.
You told me about that, and I was pissed because
The fucking-
I wanted to get one.
Yeah,
and I
dude, the
forgot.
highest gigabyte new Mac, the biggest screen.
That's wild.
It was like it was over $2 fucking grand. And then it was that. I think I got it for like $1,200, $1,500.
Yeah, it was like 40% off on Prime
Yeah,
Day. I was
yeah.
like, "Fuck me, I missed it."
Yeah.
They've got MacBook Pros from like 2 years ago, but brand new at Costco right now for like $849.
Do they sell phones
Damn.
there
No,
too?
but I would have loved
Yeah.
that kind of
They
new.
sell
I'm probably
iPhones?
gonna.
Dude, that's
They
where
sell everything. Dude.
Really?
That's where I've been getting everything.
back
that
in
I've
the
been
day,
purchasing from.
that was white trash buying phones from like. So
Yeah.
Sam's Club
Yeah.
is the same thing
Now
as
you get
Costco.
money
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And my dad would always be like, "We're getting our upgrades this year," and he would take us all to Sam's Club. And I remember we were standing there
Get
for
the car, go to
hours,
Sam's.
Yeah.
swapping out our
Nightmare.
phones, and it would just not be working.
That's
and you had-
hilarious.
dude. I never realized how white trash it was till I got older, and I saw people doing that. It was just like this dad with his belly hanging just a little bit out, and I was like, "Oh fuck, that was us." I was like, it looks identical.
That would be you.
That's where we always got our phones. You remember when it was free upgrades?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
All the time. I remember every year or every 2 years, if your phone was okay, you could bring it back and get any new phone for free.
Dude, I damn near.
Fuck
paid
and
nothing.
now big it's like tech, bro.
$2,200 for the top iPhone.
Fuck big tech. But going back to that, bro, the only thing that matters in life is making sure you have a brand new phone, dude. You can buy a fucking $2,000 phone and have a shitty home life, but as long as you got a good phone, that's all that matters in life.
Yes, it is.
As long as you're in debt with a phone, bro. People take out fucking loans for phones.
Well, right at Apple, they ask you, do you want to pay for this in full or do you want to finance?
So stupid. Just
I always pay that shit.
Put it $100 on your phone and just trade it in. I pay like this one was like $1,500. I paid $400 for it after I traded my phone in.
Nice.
Yeah, if you
keep it in pristine condition, they will trade you every motherfucking time.
Stop chewing your gum into the fucking mic.
I'm not even chewing.
You kept blowing it though.
It might be.
I did hear that pop.
That might be my nose.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, that was you? I saw his mouth was moving though, so I thought he was
just reaching
because you were chewing.
That's
I was
funny.
like, I can hear you in the mic.
That's funny. That's funny.
Anyways,
I'll chew for you.
So one of the posts I saw today was they started working on these like AI robots, right? And they put a mushroom. Did you guys see that?
They gave it a mushroom?
They put a mushroom inside it and allowed for the robot to read off the mushroom, and the mushroom figured out how to walk the robot in like a couple days.
What like a psychedelic mushroom?
Yeah. No. Like the cordyceps
That's what I
mushrooms.
thought.
Like the
what?
Yeah.
Chicken balls?
So they put it in the robot, and then it could like
the
grow
Last of
into
Us.
it. Yeah, and then the robot would move based off how the mushroom like sent like signals.
That's fucked.
real?
So robots fuels
on
mushrooms?
puberty, dude.
Well, have you guys ever seen like the close-up videos of fungi? And I think it is cordyceps.
Yeah.
Taking over like spiders and ants.
Yeah,
that shit's
they
fucking
just saw
nuts.
that one just went viral. It was like this
I think
guy found it, and it was an orange like tarantula that just had cordyceps branches coming all over.
It looks like the Last of Us show,
dude,
bro.
Crazy.
Fucking scary.
That fungi shit?
Yeah.
It's gross.
Speaking of apocalypse
If that was
shows-
covered in this room right now, I'd be like goosebumps.
Speaking of apocalypse shit, bro, I started watching the new Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead. You guys seen Walking Dead?
I never made it to the end.
Okay, so I made it to the end. The end gets fucking stupid, but I was like,
when
I'm going to
Negan
start.
went on for like 6 seasons.
Negan was dope.
When he first came in, I was like, this is sick.
Yes.
And then it was like season 2. They
that to do
still
with the
hadn't
baseball
fought him.
bat?
Season 3, he was still winning. Season 4, still going. Season 5, I was like, all right.
So
I'm
I think
over him.
I don't know what season it ended on, but it started getting really cheesy and shit. But I started watching the Daryl Dixon show.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good. They're not holding back on shit. That's pretty
cool.
dope. Yeah.
I saw they made like a Michonne one. They're doing
I didn't
a
watch
Daryl
that one. I think that one was stupid.
And then they're doing a movie for the main guy. What's his name?
Rick.
Rick. Yeah, they're doing a Rick movie now. I remember that dude. That they stretched it too far.
They did.
Back in the
show
day,
went on way too long.
Way
too long.
And they talked about ending it with 3 movies for. I remember we were talking about that in college,
3
like my
movies.
freshman year. They were like, it's going to end on 3 different movies. That's why Rick Grimes left the show. Now it's what, like 9 years later, and they're just starting to pump more out.
I think they should have stopped the Walking Dead series when, at the end of the season, with the people that would wear the zombie masks and the faces.
Yeah.
Did you get that far?
I finished. I didn't like that part.
I thought that was so dumb.
They should end it with Negan.
Yes,
After
I
that
think so too.
season,
I
they should end it
thought
with Negan.
that season was going to be the craziest season ever. And it started off with him just fucking.
That was
killing
wild.
main characters like
My
no
jaw
other.
was dropped
When he
for
bashed
whole-
that dude's head in.
Fucked.
I was like, oh, they're not holding. But this is like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
They're killing everybody.
I'm on season 8 of Game of Thrones right now
Are you
for the second time.
for the second time? Yeah.
Season 8's still fucking
Can't.
cheesy as shit.
It's so
Terrible.
hard.
Yeah.
After House of Dragons.
House
I
of
was like,
Dragons
fuck you
ruined
guys.
everything.
Fuck you guys.
We still have to watch. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. I got to watch that.
I'm starting that tomorrow.
I think I'm going to start
Thumbs
it
up.
tonight.
It's
yeah.
good stuff.
I've heard it's
Yes, baby.
great.
4
for a
episodes
start.
are out right now. I've
Yeah.
only seen the
For
first
season
3.
2.
Yeah, season
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
The first season was slow.
It was hard. You had
A
to know
little
the
bit.
lore.
They were
You-
building. They were building some stuff.
Is this
up,
one
though.
speed? Is it like? Is there some action going on?
Well, because we learned out who the main guy was, so I assume so.
You'll just find out.
Okay,
I'm not going to give anything
Yeah.
away. So it's going to pick up, though. That's all I know. Is it's gonna pick
Luke,
up.
do you agree with me? Because you and I are fucking nerds for Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. I thought for somebody that doesn't know like the lore of that entire Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, the Hobbit stuff, I thought the first season of Rings of Power would have been pretty hard to digest for somebody not knowing what the fuck's going on.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's.
But it's
I mean,
for
you
the
have to
fans,
be.
I
You have
feel
to be
like,
into it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also not 100% lore. That's why a lot of people
Yeah.
don't necessarily like it. But
Good point.
It's
Good point.
extra. I love
Good
it.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it than not have anything.
Yeah, good point.
They needed to get Lord of the Rings back in the limelight. It had been a long time.
Well, I will say, if they ever try to recreate the original Lord of the Rings movies, they're going to botch the fuck out of it. Those are
you don't recreate them.
Don't even touch.
Don't even touch them.
Get your hands off it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, I miss when they first came out with like the original Lord of the Rings. I know it's kind of hard to watch going back now because the CGI wasn't all there.
I
yet.
could go do
I
it
could
right
go back.
now. Right
It's
now.
so good. Like the main dude with the big dude. I was like,
Aragorn.
Yeah, I was like, I want to be him.
Fuck yeah,
that's a man,
bro.
They have it out in 4K now. You can watch.
Yeah.
Which it looks amazing. It holds up really well for early 2000s.
Really?
So good. I will say, bro, I heard something the other day on a podcast. This is like kind of some like conspiracy shit, but it's wild. So that J.R.R. Tolkien, there's a lot of, I don't know if you knew this or not, but you might have heard this. So he wrote a lot of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings books during World War I in the trenches on napkins. Okay.
Oh.
So a lot of it relates back to not the entire books, but a lot of the shit, his ideas, the fucking plot.
Right.
But a lot of the stuff that happens in Lord of the Rings, he relates back to the experiences of World War I. Like but I don't want to get into that shit. But there is like alternate history, like scriptures and shit about like how the Watchers and these legends, the Watchers tried to like manipulate human DNA and shit. And it's like in Lord of the Rings, the fucking elves or the orcs came from elves and no.
It was elves and men.
Elves and men. Okay,
from
good.
Like dark magic.
Yes,
and just
dark magic trying to create these beings.
Yeah.
And they couldn't fucking make it work. And like a lot of this alternate history, I don't know if they're making similarities. I'm not saying J.R.R. Tolkien like wrote the books off of the alternate history shit, because I don't think that's true. But it's wild because like the elves are practically gods. You know, like they can live forever.
They're revered as higher
exactly.
beings,
and like the Watchers,
they're high class.
the Watchers, like in alternate history are gods, lowercase g's though. You know, there were angels that were kicked out of heaven and shit, and like they tried to recreate stuff, and they were gods, and they were revered, and then they were looked down upon. But I don't know. I'm kind of going down to a rabbit hole, kind of forgetting where I'm going.
I was gonna say I don't really know where you're going with that one.
But like
so
what I'm saying is
I've
there's
heard
so
elves
much.
and gods.
What I'm saying is there's so much wild shit that I've heard about Lord of the Rings and how they relate it back to like stories of like Epic of Gilgamesh and shit like this. It's wild how like Lord of the Rings, even though it was never written based upon these, you know, these epics and these legends and shit. It's wild the similarities. Once you can like, damn, you can connect that, even though I don't think they're connected. But you can connect a lot of wild shit in some of these. Like, this guy was a fucking ahead of his time.
You guys ever see those like meme pages where it'll be like, if you and the homies had to go into like a world of reality, and it'll show like Dragon Ball Z, it'll show like
Dragon Ball Z.
Which one do we
it'll
pick?
show all these ones.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'll be honest,
Really?
every
Dragon Ball
time
Z.
I see it, I think The Hobbit.
Dragon Ball Z, dude. No, because
I want to be the Hobbit.
Goku is stronger than Superman.
But like,
If I could be like that powerful,
I don't disagree with you, but I never grew up watching it.
they could flick the planet and it would just
That's where I'm at.
explode.
One Punch.
But I'm just saying,
I'd rather go on an adventure with you four in a world where we can
I'm
burn
sorry.
down
That
and
would be
follow
my
a
next.
wizard.
If you didn't put Dragon Ball Z in with it, I would have picked that.
Just
I would say
imagine
the Avatar
peaceful
world.
village music, and then we're all just
Yeah.
like trolling. We got our backpacks
Or
packed. We're
sounds
going
like a
to war.
nightmare, bro.
Sounds like a blast.
Or how about
5'1"
this?
and,
Sounds like a blast.
and there's
Big ass
demons.
feet.
There's black demons,
Yeah.
black hooded
Yeah.
demons chasing you.
I'll say this
Step
though.
on the,
What
don't
about this?
step on the road, Frodo?
I think it'd be even cooler if us four took on the world of Harry Potter and we were all wizards.
Oh, wizards.
That'd be
sick.
dope as
We
fuck.
would.
be dope.
That'd be
No,
rough.
dude.
We'd be rough.
That'd be
Every
so
time
cool.
I
We'd
get
be
picked
rough.
for the wizard ones on those
Hey.
memes that you send me, I'm always
I
like,
could fly.
"Oh my God."
Who would he be in the Harry Potter?
Hufflepuff.
I've
No,
never seen Harry
He'd be
Potter,
Neville, bro.
so-
He'd be
Oh,
Neville
yeah.
Longbottom.
Oh, I
He'd
thought
be
you were
Neville
thinking of like
Longbottom.
actual like
Can I look
places.
up who Neville Longbottom is? 'Cause I
Yeah.
have no
Yes.
idea.
He's good looking
Everyone
now, dude.
smokes in the Hobbit though, so
Yeah.
you would love it there.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
fine.
saying.
That's what
Thank you.
I was gonna loop back around to that. I
They're
was-
always puffing, dude.
And they call it weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know it's weed. Like that's what they're joking about all the time.
his
Gandalf's
last
got
name?
the long ass pipe.
Dude, in college, you can ask him.
Long
I had a
bottom.
long wooden old style pipe, and we called it Gandalf. And at house parties, we'd pull it out and smoke.
Zach's like,
He's a stud now, dude.
Dude, I would.
No,
If-
click on the one to the left
So
of
if
that.
we had
He's a
to
stud now.
if we had to choose
No,
between,
dumbass to the right.
down.
because Dragon Ball Z is not
Oh
even
my God.
relatable. So let's just if it was If it was Lord of the Rings,
he gets cool in the 7th.
If it was Harry Potter, if it was Avatar, sure.
Ooh.
If it was what else? What's one other one that's like a live action? You got one?
You do Star Wars. I mean, that's
Star Wars.
Okay,
Those are all pretty relatable.
Narnia.
That's cool. Let's pull Narnia out. That's kind of childish.
Narnia's pretty sick though.
It is pretty dope.
Marvel.
No, that one's a little
so
out
many
because that wins every
So
time.
let's just go between those 4 though. So Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars,
or
Star Wars.
Game of Thrones.
I'll probably pick Star
We
Wars.
throw that.
I'm not picking Game of Thrones though. I would not
wild.
pick
That sounds awful.
Awful.
That sounds
Give me a
awful.
lightsaber.
That looks miserable all the time. That dude was getting his balls ripped
Yeah, I know.
out.
Fucking Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, imagine if you were just that. If that's the character, because you don't get to choose the character.
No.
Let's just say it's at random. So you could end up being a Jedi.
Yeah.
You could end up being an elf. But
If
you're
I
just
become
gonna be
good or
randomly
bad,
generated.
either way, I would be pretty powerful.
My safest bet is I'm going to pick Harry Potter
Yeah, because you're
going to be a wizard regardless, or a witch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or we know. Yeah.
You're the guy with
Either
the
way,
eye.
the
Fucking.
What team do you think you're going
Mad
to?
Eye Moody.
That'd be cute.
Damn it!
I'd probably be
Just ugly as shit.
Yeah.
probably a Jedi.
But
No, I'm saying
you don't
it
get
would be
to pick
random.
Didn't you ask
You don't
what
get to
team?
pick.
Didn't you
No.
ask what side I'd be on?
No.
No, like
In Harry Potter,
if there was like a
if you were in a
spinning wheel
house.
and you could if it had all these names on them and you would be randomly
Like,
picked
you
into
could
which
be-
one just dropped in the book or dropped in the movie.
You could
The
be
Hobbit.
rebel. You could
The
be.
Hobbit.
You
Yeah.
could be just an emperor soldier or
what the
a
fuck?
soldier.
You
of
could
the
be fucking
Empire.
CP3 C3PO.
Shit.
Yeah, that would suck.
Just
honestly.
beep, beep, beep.
R2D2 would suck.
Yeah. dude.
R2D2 would be dope.
R2D2
All we
is
do
a
is
stud.
just fucking like a little
Dude, he
Roomba.
was
I'd be a
zapping
little
people.
Zumba.
He's a
just
Roomba.
Fucking
You were
moving
hacking
around.
shit all the time.
Going off to
Couldn't
Lance's.
do shit though.
Oh yeah, dude, he was fucking.
He was hacking
he
shit up all
saved.
the time.
He was
I
saving
would
people's
say
fucking lives.
I would say your best bet is Harry Potter. Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
gonna be a
Because
witch or
dude,
a
you could be an
wizard.
orc if you get dropped into the Lord of the Rings.
Sick.
You could be
I
an
guess
orc
you
guy.
could, you
Sick.
could be like a
That'd be pretty
like a mysterious character in
I'd be.
Harry Potter too, though. You could
Ooh, you could be like a Dementor.
be like Fang.
Oh, or you could be fucking the rat. You could be
Oh,
Peter
shit.
Pettigrew.
Yeah. Werewolf.
Oh.
That'd be sick.
That'd be dope. What's that professor's name? Professor. That is the werewolf. That's the
I
Animagus.
can't remember. You know which one?
Lupin. Professor Lupin.
You know which one would be fun to add in? The Underworld series.
That'd be dope.
I do
Or
that.
the
I would
Alien
pick that
series,
one,
the
dude.
Alien Predator series.
No.
That'd be
No.
fucked,
That's
bro.
terrifying.
That'd
Horrible.
be fucked.
You would be a human, and then you'd be like, "Fuck."
The Quiet Place.
Two major.
I was just thinking that,
That would
dude.
be, that would
That'd
be
be
rough.
horrible.
That'd be
horrible.
I'll be dead.
Dude, I would snore all night, and I'd be dead. I would lay down for sleep, and it would just be dead in the night.
Yeah.
That'd be
You
way-
see Pat Machine beeps, and we're like, fuck.
I got the fan on me. The thing's
All right, Lance asked a question. If we were in Harry Potter, what house would it be in? Do you know what that means, Zach?
Gryffindor for sure.
You think that's where you'd
Give me
be?
the
Oh,
cool
yeah.
one. Give me the cool one.
No, I'd probably be a Slytherin. They'd be like, "This dude's got shit in his head."
Yeah, you would be in Slytherin, bro.
He hates
No
everything.
way.
I'd be a bully,
He'd be
dude.
in-
But dude,
he'd
from
be
the
in the
shit
good one.
like
He'd be in the
military
good one.
shit,
He'd
the
be in
shit
the good
he's
one.
seen.
He'd be in the
No,
good one.
Okay, good point. Good
He'd
point.
be in the good one.
I'd probably be in Gryffindor.
You'd be
yeah.
in a good one. Yeah,
Then
you'd be in
I'll be in
Gryffindor.
the bad one.
You'd be in Hufflepuff.
He would be in Hufflepuff.
I'd be Hufflepuff for sure,
I feel like those are like fraternities.
dude.
But with
Hufflepuff
just
is-
wizards.
Nick would be in Slytherin.
They're always doing drugs.
You'd be in
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
Oh,
You think
bad,
I'd be in
bad.
Slytherin?
Yeah.
for sure.
You two would battle it
You
out.
think so?
You two would battle it out as top wizards of the class.
Ah, okay.
No.
I'd be fucking the new Draco.
I'd be his little sidekick trying to help him out as you like dominated the school.
I think the only reason I'd be in Slytherin is because of yeah, he would.
I'm
You
watching.
guys have all your
unfold.
clients as your little fucking helper.
If I was in Slytherin, I think it'd be because of fuck, dude, why am I blanking? Of my Venom. Because of like my Venom
Oh, yeah,
my
for
Venom
sure.
side.
That's
I think of
literally what I
like
was
Jack,
thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Jack Draco Malfoy, like
Yeah.
stacked Harry Potter.
But the Venom side only comes out on Trent now.
Where are you going?
I said I'd be your sidekick. I'd
What's
be
the
like
other
Ron.
one? Wasn't there one more? There's
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I don't
You'd
see.
be
I don't feel like a
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. I don't
Hey,
even know what
Yeah, you guys would
Ravenclaw
just be
is.
moping around.
Who
over
is
there.
Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw
Like, is there like what characters are in Ravenclaw? I don't
All
even think of
the-
it.
it's all
None of
the
them really
sad
made
people.
the main character.
That blonde chick who
Oh,
sees the dead, just like
yeah.
Harry
I
does.
hate scary shit.
What's her name,
Oh,
dude?
you're into crazy bitches though.
Nah.
Yeah. That girl said she forgot she was in Harry Potter recently. She
Really?
said she was rewatching them, like the
No
actress,
shit.
and she was like, I forget I'm in those all the time because she like didn't have such a very big.
What is
role.
her name, dude?
I don't know.
Why am I blanking?
She's actually a beast in that one movie, in the final one. She's a huge help.
She's wild, bro.
She's a huge help.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why am I blanking on her name? This is gonna piss me off.
I'm gonna be honest, and this is like,
Loopy.
I hated the other ones, the prequels. Which one? What were they called? Fantastic Beasts.
Those weren't that good, bro.
They were awful.
They were not that good at all.
Awful.
I think.
Then they had Johnny Depp, and then they replaced him because of the Amber Heard shit.
Yeah, but what did he do?
And then the last
he got a
guy
turd
sucked.
on his bed,
dude. Yeah, fucking.
And they punished him for it, dude. His bed got shit on, and they punished him.
That Amber
for
Heard
it.
thing was wild.
You just found out how
it's Luna.
Luna. I was thinking Loopy.
Yeah.
It's Luna. That's right. Yeah.
Loopy.
That's why you're in Slytherin. He walks by every time.
What up, Loopy?
Yeah. He goes, hey, Loopy, make sure to grab my lunch.
She goes, it's Luna.
Fuck yeah, dude. Harry Potter's good, dude. I love Harry Potter so much.
How many movies are there? Like 8?
7.
I read. Did you read Harry Potter?
No, I do want to eventually though.
Okay.
I read them. Yeah.
Read the entire series and then go to the prequel of The Cursed Child.
So I gotta read all the books.
Then it'll really start to come.
You've
together.
never watched.
I'm currently
Watch
watching reading Lord of the Rings. So once I finish that,
Oh,
night,
perfect. There you go. What book you on?
2 Towers.
Fucking my
best.
favorite
That's
book.
the best one.
My favorite book, dude.
The Two Towers is the best of all.
So good. You'll notice that in the Two Towers, a lot of the shit that happens in the Two Towers book happens in the Return of the King movie.
He has no idea.
It kind of pisses me off.
He has no idea what we're talking about.
Talking about Two Towers.
Yeah, he's never watched any of this stuff.
He hasn't.
Oh, so uncultured. All you do is watch Batman in your basement.
Yeah, dude.
Penguin comes out in September.
Culture yourself.
Raise of hands who's seen Indiana Jones. Of course. These fuckers haven't, dude. Who watched Indiana Jones on fucking VHS?
I'll be honest, I don't care to watch it.
Fuck yeah, baby.
I don't.
Well, nowadays it's
because I feel like if you didn't get
Big
into
Trouble
it right
Little
away,
China.
I feel like
it's one of those things.
We've talked about this,
you got to.
But I will say, I rewatched all the Indiana Jones movies on prep.
They're fun.
And the originals still shit on the fucking new ones. The new one with the Dial of Destiny, garbage.
It's so
terrible.
I turned it off. I watched him sprint at the age of a 78-year-old man.
Yeah.
And all bullets hit around him.
Yep, exactly.
While he was running down an alleyway. And I was like, are you kidding me?
And, dude, I think they definitely should have stopped at the Temple of the Crystal, or the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or whatever.
That was terrible, too.
I thought I think is way better than...
the
only reason I liked it is because fucking Shia LaBeouf, dude.
Yeah, Shia was
That's
great.
Shia.
If they didn't
Great
put it
actor.
as aliens at the end that were alive, I was like, okay, this is too much.
That was too much.
That's a world we should have threw in there. Transformers.
Shit.
That'd
we
be
all
scary
get
as
sick
fuck,
ass
though, I'm not
cars,
gonna
but you
lie.
might get a Decepticon.
That might be rough. Imagine being in the middle of that. Imagine living in downtown
I'd probably
Chicago
die,
during that fight. I would be shitting
a lot of dead
bricks.
people. No one
Just
survived.
seeing all those ships just fly by your
That's
apartment.
fucked.
Just
What if
like,
your car is a Decepticon? It's like a 1967
Dude, my truck would be a
Camaro.
dope ass Decepticon.
yours would be
Truck would be Ironhide.
Ironhide.
Oh,
for
good
sure.
point. Yeah,
Ironhide was a baller.
Baller.
Yeah.
Gone
I
too
think
soon.
Ironhide was a GMC though.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a GMC.
I was so pissed when he died.
I think.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
I was like, dog. He
They
literally just
killed him
flipped
so
his-
quick too.
Way too
Yeah,
He had
the
just
worst death they
He
had.
had
for
just
him.
popped off too on
Yeah.
those two
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
He just fucked them up.
They gave him
And
the
then they
worst
just
death.
fucking killed him.
Shot him in the face.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Got all rusty and shit.
yeah.
You gotta rewatch
His head
those.
fell off.
Me and Riley
Fuck was
watched
that?
him over prep. It was fucking awesome. And that's when I noticed the trend was hitting me because we were watching the first one.
You got sad.
Oh no, the second one, and something was happening to Bumblebee.
It was the first
and
one.
she was like, "Babe, no."
Yeah,
and I
they
look at her, I'm
cap-
like,
they capture
"It's
him.
a robot." I'm like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that."
I-
I know it's sad, and I just kept watching.
I know it's sad, right?
My fucking just straight face shit, just watching the movie.
That scene gets me every time, bro. It's like, don't take him.
Yeah.
I hate it. What's on your phone? You're opening it. You gotta know.
Yeah, I just kept it there because otherwise I knew I'd lose it. I got a topic. So, cannabis hallucinogen use at historically high
Yeah, I
levels
saw
of
that.
research.
Oh, sick.
A recent survey revealed that cannabis and hallucinogen use remains high among adults aged 19 to 50. In 2023, 42% of adults aged 19 to 30 reported using cannabis, with 10% using it daily. In the 35 to 50 age group, nearly 30% reported cannabis use. We have seen that people at different stages of adulthood are trending towards the use of drugs like cannabis and psychedelics, says director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse.
Yeah. The funny part is that the alcohol
Everyone's
is still at what,
stressed out.
83%?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alcohol remains the most used substance with 84% of adults
84.
aged 19 to
Because
30.
everyone's stressed out of their minds,
Dude,
bro.
it's
No
just,
excuse.
It's just funny. I think that's underreported too, because that's on a survey, so people can still lie.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And people still have a hard time saying that they do drugs.
Yeah,
like,
for
it's
sure.
still like a weird thing
Taboo
to say. Yeah, like
I don't even
no
say
one
drugs.
likes to
Just
admit it.
like that. Just like
I just say weed.
I
That's
love,
what I'm
dude.
saying.
I love how
Like,
growing up, when I was in high school, even though I smoked weed in high school and drank and chewed, I would always look at the fucking potheads as potheads. Even though I would smoke it was acceptable because I was a fucking good athlete. I was a jock, whatever. But I wasn't the type of jock where I was just friends with the jock. I was friends with fucking everybody. Like with the musical kids and shit too. But anyway, back then, like all the parents were like, fuck weed. Weed's gonna make you lazy. You're gonna stay in your hometown. I love and I don't say I love knowing, but like my parents know that, okay, what I take for bodybuilding, they know that I smoke. My dad knows that I've done coke. Me and my dad have a different relationship now about the shit I've done in college.
Well, when you're an adult, it's easy to talk about. It's kind of funny.
Right. But like, it's kind of cool to me. Like, my dad still to this day doesn't like it that I smoke weed.
No.
Okay. I smoke way less now than I ever did in my life. Okay. But it's cool knowing my parents. Okay, I don't really got to worry about this fucker. He's got a great group of friends. Right. He loves what he's doing. He's found his passion. And it's like, it's breaking the mold of like the how people have black sheeps in the family. Yeah, I'm not like, it's breaking. You're the black sheep of a bigger stereotype. You know what I'm saying? And all of us, if our parents are like, yeah, these guys are fucking successful. Even though we have this pre-biased and predetermined thought of what people look like that smoke weed. Exactly.
When you have a bunch of healthy people that are doing pretty well in life that also smoke weed but do it openly, that helps. I feel like
one of my really close friends from college, her mom, I love her parents, okay, but her mom literally fucking looks at me as like a son, okay, and so the other day she sends me a podcast. She texts me. She's like, "Hey, have you heard this podcast from Charlie Kirk?" And it was one about weed and the younger generation. And I'm like, no, I haven't listened to that one, but I do like a lot of the stuff Charlie Kirk has to say. And she's like, you should listen to this one specifically. I love you and care about you as a son. And she still has that. She's very religious. Yeah. This is not Riley's mom. This is one of my best girlfriend's mothers.
Okay.
But she's very religious. She's very stuck in that same mindset of like, I love this kid. I'm going to send him this podcast to hopefully he changes his mind. But I'm like,
isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
I'm going to change his mind.
I get those all the time.
And I get it. She's coming from a place of love, and and I love their family. They're great. They've been nothing but great to me, and they were like the parents of our friend group. Right, They were fucking awesome. But it's one of those things where going back to the generation talk, you're not really going to change the generation's mind on a whole lot of things,
Giving up on it.
My dad still fucking hates it when I make jokes about weed and steroids.
I can't even talk about it, otherwise I'll get it.
Dude, I'd make my.
No, it's not even worth trying.
I think it's hilarious.
It's a waste of
my
time.
parents.
I wish I could like hint at a joke, but then he'd be like, "You're not supposed to take that shit."
I crack jokes about Trent all the time in front of my parents, dude. Literally, I'm like, something happened up north where I fucking like hit my head or something, and I told my mom like, a lot of people that don't tolerate Trent well. Trent's known as like fucking divorce in a bottle. Some people say.
Yeah, I gotta move out when I take Trent because that's not gonna fly.
You gotta what?
I gotta get my own place before I take Trent.
Oh yeah, you do.
I would go off.
But like, I tell them like some people get fucking angry or anxious or like, and I told them that I get very just fucking emotionless. Yeah. And like I'll make jokes all the time. Like I hit my head. I'm like, man, if I was on Trent, I'd be punching a hole through this wall right now. Yeah. Even though that's not how I act on it. But they're like, Nicholas, is that needed? And I just fucking chuckle.
Nicholas.
Dude, I think it's hilarious that I make jokes in front of them so much. My brother thinks it's funny. My brother now is starting to make jokes about getting on tests. I'm like, you fucking watch it. Like, do not do this shit.
Watch it.
Like, you do not make jokes in front of parents. Our parents about this right now.
Turn him over.
Yeah, because then it makes you the bad kid.
Exactly. I'm like, don't fucking pin this on me now. Yeah. Even though my brother's natural. But like, my brother, I think, wants to get into bodybuilding after he graduates this year.
I would just point him to Rise HRT out of my
code and Nick 20
out of my hands.
Yeah,
I'm not responsible for shit.
Yeah,
just Matt.
Let them do the blood work. No, I totally agree. It's been like a weird thing, but I'm glad numbers are going up. It's becoming everybody does it.
It's becoming more normal.
Yeah. It's like I don't understand.
I hate it.
I have a question for you guys. Now that we're on the drug topic, you know how we all grew up. Weed, gateway drug. It's going to ruin your life. I listened to a podcast the other day. Do you know Niall Naga is on? He's like the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder. I love his podcast. It's just the Transparency podcast.
It's a good one.
It's very good. It's very good.
People open up big time.
Chase Irons on it.
I love that.
He's had a lot of big people on
But anyway, he invited on, do you remember the Jacked Italian?
Yeah. Marcus Spanziano, yeah.
Yeah, him. So he invited him on for a second episode. And he swore on this episode. He's like, I don't give a fuck about what people say. Weed's a gateway drug. Weed got me into this. Weed got me into this. Weed got me into steroids. Steroids a gateway drug too. I still disagree with that. I've never...
The Italian guy?
No, I still... Yeah, that's what he was saying. And
oh
I
God,
disagree that weed is not a fucking gateway drug.
No.
One, it's been fucking studied and disproven that it does anything to your brain to try to chase a high that's higher than weed. Yeah. Okay, because it doesn't affect the same receptors. The only way, like, I've personally done coke that I've wanted to do coke, the decision making to do that, the decision making to do shrooms, is not because I wanted to experience something different than weed. Is that like, well, I wanted to experience something different than weed, but not replace weed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's the only reasons I've done it. Do you guys think it's a gateway drug?
No, dude, because in my entire experience of smoking weed, I have never once thought in my head, maybe let's find something way more aggressive than this.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
everything I've ever done, I've done out of my own conscious decision. It's never been influenced like that.
I will say
it's never
easier. Like, it gives me a more peace of mind to try other shit. But it's not like I'm going to continually use it. Like, if someone offered me coke or something, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's try it.
But you can't. But it's such a stupid argument because it's just like,
it's not like I'm going to be addicted to it forever after that. Like, I'm going to try it once, and then I'm never going to probably touch it for years.
But the thing is to say that like trying weed opens your mindset up to trying other drugs. It's like, well, that's garbage because it's like. That's like saying, oh, well, taking testosterone opens up your mind to taking tren, and people can joke about that. But at the same time,
true. That's true, though.
But it's not, though. But it's not because you deep down know they're not the same.
For different people,
but then you're a fucking idiot because they're not the same. They're not.
I'm saying
that's like looking at an orange and an apple being like they're gonna taste the same. No, you know they're fucking.
But you're more open to taking different.
But that's your choice. But that's your choice, though. That's still your choice.
Nothing biologically.
But that's why we start with test first. And then you work your way up.
But Zach,
you know what it is. But you know what it is. You know what you're putting into your body when you do it. So to sit there and be like, oh, well, I did meth because I tried weed. It's like, well, then you're a fucking moron.
Yes, because the entire gateway drug argument is that it affects your brain and your biology and your receptors in different ways that it tells you to chase something higher. Yes. Nothing testosterone, even though I get where you're coming from, where testosterone, there's a base, and that's why you add other things in. But there's nothing within the human body that testosterone affects from a neurological standpoint where it's like, yeah, I want to try tren now. It does not affect your receptors.
No, I'm not saying we're trying to chase it. I'm saying it makes me comfortable with it. I'm not like looking for it.
But you're you subconsciously are choosing to be more comfortable because you touched a different drug. But you have to know.
Speaking from objective, you're speaking from a subjective.
Yes,
yes, I agree.
You are arguing that it's a gateway drug.
I'm not saying it's a gateway drug. I'm saying
that's literally what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that it makes me more. No, I'm saying it makes me more comfortable. But like, I'm not gonna.
But that's the gateway. Comfortability is a gateway.
I think what they mean gateway drug is like, because since I use weed chronically, they think I'm gonna use something else chronically.
You are looking at it the wrong way. It's saying that
I'm looking at it the way I want to look at it,
which means subjective means you are agreeing that it's a gateway drug.
We're moving past.
We're doing this. We're going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. He comes onto our side and then he runs back.
Yeah, you literally agreed with us and then go no.
He was like, yeah, we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
but honestly, what I'm thinking.
Wisconsin beef boys.
They're gonna. Oh my god, we can't be dumbbells and doobies.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
We're arguing against the drug that's in our title.
Okay, I think we're gonna stop talking about it. But the reason we keep going in circles is because we're speaking from an objective, and he's speaking from subjective.
Correct.
But I think we should keep everything in. Because one, it was funny as fuck. Two, it was great conversation.
No,
and three,
staying in. I'm fine with it. It's just like originally I was like, I don't even want this. He's
telling
everybody we shouldn't be doing
fighting.
Yeah.
You just hear scuffles.
I went upstairs to piss right now, and I get up to the top of the stairs, and Aaron's like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, Aaron, I've been trying to shut this shit down.
Next time he reaches for my pen, I'm going to be like, no, it's a gateway drug, buddy. You should do
that if I were you.
Yeah, you can't smoke with us now. You're going to be participating in a gateway drug?
No, because I can.
No weed for you, boy.
No more. I can control it. That's the thing.
We're done. Anyway, what about this fucking weather, boys? It's actually getting to fall weather.
All right,
It's going to be 85 this week.
Oh, fuck.
I think they're going to change that last
don't
second.
rush it. Don't rush
Are we going
it.
frolfing after this?
Yeah, let's go frolfing. Let's
I
go
can't
let's
after
get
this.
outside.
I can't. I got a call after this, and I got the podcast.
Are you in or are you out?
Are we lifting today?
Can we lift?
I would like to.
I would do
lift.
both.
I'm lifting.
Let's do
today.
both. Let's
I was
make it an
gonna
active
lift.
day.
I'm training at 4.
I got nothing going on.
I got to eat.
1
but
to 2.
I would
gotta
like
eat.
to.
I
I
haven't
would like
eaten.
to work out.
I didn't eat at all right now.
I haven't
All
even
right.
named meal one.
All right,
you
let's
hitting
wrap it up. Final
I have
thoughts.
check-ins. Fuck.
Final thoughts.
Weed is not a gateway drug.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing.
It only took us 40 fucking minutes to get that out of him.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Say something nice so we can end on a nice note.
Everyone enjoy the nice fall weather.
Yes. Nick.
I'm just happy to be back on the podcast. I haven't been on for
good to have you back.
2-3 weeks.
Good to have
We're
you
your
back.
side
Really
hosts.
got our
apparently.
anxiety up
It's
again.
been it's been 3 weeks because I had the wedding,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
and then okay, next podcast we gotta do Olympia picks because that's coming up.
We already did our top 5. We got to just
Yeah,
adjust.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do that next
we have
week
to
for
adjust
mine.
No, you did yours. We just have
Oh,
to
we'll just
readjust.
redo them. Yeah. I booked my Airbnb for the Olympia. I'm
Nice.
pretty fucking
Nice.
pumped.
Nice.
It's gonna be a good time. Unfortunately, Rally's not going though because she's got a dude. This
Isn't Addie
her
going?
master. Yeah, it's gonna be me and Addie, but he's got a hotel, bro. The master's program for nursing is no fucking
Well,
joke.
yeah, I
Fuck
wouldn't
no,
think
bro.
so.
This
Fuck no.
girl
It's
fucking
insanely competitive.
grinds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this? And I'm not top of nursing. But anyway,
I'd probably die.
guys out there, boyfriends out there, if your
Support 'em.
girl's going through some hard shit with school and stuff, take care of her. Give her some fucking wine. Make sure she knows that she's cared about. Other than that, I'm really excited to have the wheels and tires on my truck.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Lance?
Thoughts and prayers up for the Green Bay
J-Love.
Packers
J-Love.
quarterback Jordan Love. He took a pretty bad stumble last night. Reported the ACL is still intact as of 10 minutes ago,
Any
but
status? Any status update?
Yeah, they said
the
it's
ACL is intact, but that also doesn't mean he couldn't be out for like a
Could
very
be
large
sprayed.
portion.
At
At
least
least
it's not season. At least it's not
We
season.
knock on wood. Yes.
Could
So
be sprayed.
thoughts and prayers up for a quarterback. Rough opening night. Not
that
to
what-
be a dick, but Roger Goodell, go fuck yourself for needing to make profit on the fact that you had to have a game in a country
Brazil,
with a
dude.
field that was clearly not
was
tested
awful.
out in
They
any
didn't
way,
even-
shape, or form.
They didn't even prep that shit.
To think that you could have 300-pound athletes of the highest class play on a field where soccer players play, go fuck yourself. This is America. Keep football here. I'm done with this shit.
Sit down and spin, boy.
Guess what? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers broke his thumb in London, and now
Yeah,
Jordan
it's
Love
bad luck.
hurt his
It's
knee.
bad
in
luck.
Not to
Brazil.
be a dick to you foreign people or anything like that, but football is played here in America.
It's
If
an
you
American-
want it,
Oh my
start your
God.
own fucking organization.
we have fans.
Start your own fucking organization.
Oh my God, get your own team. Yeah.
Dude,
No, the Brazil
Brits
one
listen to
was
You
the
poor countries, you.
The Brazil one was rough. That was
Piece of
aw-
shit.
That's all I kept thinking all night was why
Shit.
are we
So
even
many
here?
flags.
Shit.
Why are we even here? Anyways,
Shithole.
yes. Get out. We are. This is a negative podcast. Sorry about that. If you stayed till this long, thank you so much for supporting us. Use code D2 to continue to support us. Like, follow, subscribe.
New flavor of Flavor Gang is American Pie. It's like a fucking what's it called? What's apple pie flavor?
Apple pie.
Yep.
Use Rise HRT Legion
use
20.
Rise.
Yeah, no.